Well, we're a little bit later tonight than we normally are. I had some errands I had to run, and I just now got back to the station, and so I'm a little bit late. But Cameron is here. I actually thought Cameron wasn't feeling good. He was feeling a little down in the dumps earlier today.
Just for 2 hours.
Yeah, for a couple hours. I thought
2 hours.
that he was going to be sick, so he wasn't going to be here. So I didn't. I actually didn't think I was going to do one of these tonight. But anyway, this is Weather After Dark. I am Ken Johnson, and this is Cameron Lindsay right here. And we are. What's going on?
Not much. Like I said, it's 2 hours of roughness today. I was down bad today.
You know, there is something going around. My son Hayes had it last week. He and his girlfriend had it last week. Some stomach something going on, and Hayes said it was absolutely miserable.
See, like I know when I'm sick, and I didn't feel sick. I was in pain, like I was just not digesting properly or something like that. But I was in physical pain.
Yeah, when you get them stomach issues, man, those things can really hurt bad.
So that's why, I got home after work and took a shower, just went straight to bed, and I was fine. Like right before I went to sleep, I was like, not in as much pain. And I went to sleep, and it worked itself out. And
Hey, how do we get our sponsor right? Which one of these has a sponsor?
You can add it right now if you want to. Just go to designs,
and
then click right there.
There it is. All right, had to put that on there. Sorry. Those stomach bugs those stomach that issues can certainly hurt really bad. I haven't had one in a long time, thank God.
I really don't, knock on wood, I don't really get sick all that often. And so it's like I think I just have way too much protein and threw me off for a couple hours, but I'm fine.
So you got the wife beater on tonight?
Mm-hmm. I was feeling lazy.
You been at the gym today?
I went at 3 a.m.
Daggone. So you did the morning show. How did that go this morning?
I mean, it's chill. I was not really excited for today's weather, but
well, it's hard to get excited about this weather. So,
what did we top out at? Do you know?
97.
We did. Okay.
So I got a couple people on my Facebook page that are talking about how I'm a climate alarmist, and about how I focus too much on temperatures and whatnot. And I'm trying to explain to this individual or these individuals. I mean, number one, I don't care if you want to watch me, great. If not, then you find somebody else you like. That's fine too. I don't care. As this guy said, I'm going to Channel 7. Okay, good. I like Lexi. She's good. I like her. And I don't know their other guys, but I like Lexi.
Well, that's like, for example, some people were kind of doing the same thing as me this morning. I did, how Jane does his weather question every morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to think of one. So I did one, like, since we're talking about, warm temperatures, I did, like, what is the record high for Halloween in Wichita Falls? And people commented, they're like, everyone just wants to talk about these record warm temperatures because they want to, talk about,
No, not at all.
I say it's just no. I did it because it's fitting to what we're dealing with right now.
Exactly. It goes with the weather. It's a weather story is what it is. All right. So what is the weather theme right now, Cameron?
The temperatures are well above average.
Yes.
Near record highs.
It's the theme right now. And it's ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. We hate it as much as you do. We want fall temperatures as much as you do. And it makes our job hard because you have to come up with ways to keep it interesting. And the way you do that is you look at what's going on around you. And right now, I know it's only 3 days in, this is the warmest October ever on record by a mile. But I mean, it's only 3 days in.
It's 3 days in,
but I mean, it just goes with the weather story or the theme, and that's why we do it. It isn't we're not trying to listen. We are not climatologists. We are meteorologists. We study the weather patterns right now, and we might do some medium range, which is in the next couple of weeks. But a climatologist looks at the history of weather, and they do the long-term, long-range things. That's not my job. My job is, we can do that some, but I'll tell you right now, Cameron, anybody who tries, even whenever I do my winter outlook or I do my spring forecast, there's no skill in that. There's just, we look at data, and basically it's throw a dart on the dartboard.
Well, that's the thing. It's, it's just how it is. Like, for example, look at July, for example. We finished above average in July, right?
No, we were below average.
Okay.
Above average rainfall, below average temperatures.
So exactly. It's like, who would have thought that?
Nobody. Because when you look at, when the Climate Prediction Center does these outlooks, almost every single outlook they ever give is for warmer than average and below average temperatures. Yeah. Almost always. Warmer than average and below average rainfall.
I say, and then you look at July, and guess what? We did not finish that way.
No, and then you got to August and September, and months when we typically do start to get a little wetter. It didn't get wet at all. So that's just again, it's just it goes with the weather theme. It has nothing to do with being I promise you, there's nothing political on my page or on Cameron's page or on any of our News Channel 6 pages. At least in terms of weather, we do not deal in politics. Okay, we deal strictly with weather and having fun and making fun of Cameron. That's what we deal with here. So that's the whole purpose of what we're here for.
Since we're like ranting, can I say something that's really been irritating me
Sure,
the past couple days?
Sure.
All of these conspiracies.
Oh my gosh.
Of Helene, I have gotten. I'm like I at the point where I can't even go on social media anymore because it is absolutely ridiculous. I've always seen the conspiracy, but I've never seen it.
What's the most outlandish one you've seen so far?
Well, the ones that I've been seeing regarding Helene is that it was government spawned.
Yes, I've seen that.
Government spawned, came out of nowhere. Like people will play radar loops and shows it saying this is coming out of nowhere.
No, it didn't. It was well forecasted.
Well, I'll say no, it was well forecasted and didn't pop up on radar because it wasn't within a range of a radar until you could.
What about that beam that was shooting at it?
And then the echoes. They're talking about like this video. It's like watch this speed. Like notice how it points right to where it makes landfall. I was like, that is the radar doing an echo feature, and it's not a directing.
It's probably there every day at that time.
Well, so I'm saying it's like I saw some meteorologists jump in there saying that is a normal thing to see these radars. That
we see
all
them
the time.
We see them here. It is one that shoots up from Frederick and it shoots back towards Childress and kind of up towards Amarillo. It's a beam. I think that it's the sunset you're seeing there. I think that's what that is because that's radiation and the beam is hitting at just the right angle and it's giving a little bit of it's showing the sunset there. So,
but people genuinely, a large number of people, again, not putting any labels, but a large number of people do believe that the government took this hurricane, they steered it, and they intensified it.
Well, here's one I hear is that the government did it and aimed it at conservative states to eliminate the vote in those areas.
That's what I've heard as well.
And that is, and again, I'm not political, or neither is Cameron here, but I can tell you right now that did not happen. That is not true.
And they're talking about, they're talking about, everything that they talk about in these videos is so easily debunked by meteorologists. Like they're talking about how they're like, watch how, this hurricane moved faster than normal. And it's because you had the other low pressure system catching it and pulling it up, like you said, slingshot.
Yeah, it was a slingshot. It was a gyro. It's kind of like it's called the Fujiwara effect.
Well, I say exactly that. And they're like, it targeted Asheville. No, the hurricane didn't just pick out Asheville and say, I'm going to go hit Asheville. It was caught by that low pressure, and that Fujiwara is how it steered that way. It was not hey, let's beeline for Asheville today.
That's just ridiculous. I mean, I really think that stuff like TikTok made us stupid, made us dumber.
It's frustrating because then, we know we're credible, but to some people, they, for some reason, lose trust us because they start buying into this stuff.
Well, again, it's a certain group of people, and we're not naming any groups of people, but it's a certain groups of people that are that way. I probably have family members that probably believe in some of that stuff too. So, but I don't know for sure. But anyway, that didn't happen. The government cannot. It's impossible for the government to control weather. But there's a lot of people out there that believe that that the Earth is flat. I mean they really believe because they go up in a plane and the ground still looks flat. But the thing is, in order to see the curvature of the Earth, you have to go way up, way high to be able to see it. So that's it. So we don't have any questions. There's Jessica. She's usually on here, and Carrie's on here. There's two of our main people there, but no questions. But the weekend's almost upon us. We got some
weeks going by.
Yeah. Oh, so I thought yesterday was Tuesday.
I saw you last night because I woke up briefly last night and I saw you on here. You're like, it's Tuesday, October 3rd. I said, I want to text you like, no, it's Wednesday, Ken.
Yeah, that's crazy. So. A couple hurricanes out there in the Atlantic. They're fish storms, but looks like there's some chatter going on now that there might be a system developing in the Gulf again, maybe next week. Climatology says that it probably would be something down there, but probably it would go into like the Florida Peninsula, south of the where the Helene hit. So I think that those areas might be okay. But what's going on there in the Carolinas and Tennessee and those areas? It's just, Cameron, it's just awful. I mean,
did you see? I saw a thing today that they're saying I-40 from Tennessee to North Carolina is not expected to open until October of next year.
You know, and I was just on that interstate not long ago. We were on because my stepdaughter lives in Johnson City, and we drove that into the Smoky Mountains. That same areas got washed out in North Carolina. We drove in the same areas. It, you know, I'm gonna tell you, you know, it's very rural in those spots in those areas, but
Crazy.
there are a lot of streams, mountain streams, and the way everything slopes, you know, all that water's gonna run off, and it was just a disaster waiting to happen. And you know, what's the death toll? 200 now, maybe?
No, it's at least 200.
So, but it's going to go much higher because there's so many people missing.
Yep.
You know,
and it's going to be weeks for how many people truly.
You know, and I don't know that it's true, but is that true that the FEMA is about out of money? Is that true?
That's what I've read. Everything is saying that FEMA is running out of money and that hurricane victims are only getting, quote, $750.
I still feel like that'll wind up changing at some point. I did see that, but I think this is kind of
all they have to do is pass a spending bill to get more money.
Yeah, and of course spending. We're in such debt right now, but yeah, they're going to have to do something about that there. So I mean, that's politics aside. It's just these folks need help.
But I will say one of the cool things though is to see like just how many people are trying to help. I mean, it's hard to help because you can't really get into the city, but like some of the people that are able to get in there and help, it's pretty cool to see. Like, for example, I don't know if you saw Elon. For the people who were in that path,
free
Starlink.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome, really good. Stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that's a good way to communicate. They need it. Of course, a lot of those areas don't have electricity, but I also read where there was a convoy of electric trucks going into that area yesterday, 3 miles long.
I believe it.
That's great. That's awesome stuff.
I saw a post today and it said there's like the most valuable lineman in in America, and there's a picture of like linemen, and there's like at the bottom is like NFL offensive linemen, like saying that American like poll workers are more.
So the Reach Out Worldwide is out there helping. I don't know what that is, but that's good. That's good to hear. So yeah, I wish there was something that we could do to help these people out, but you know, I don't have the reach. You know, somebody like Ryan Hall has the reach to be able to really help people out.
I know they've been doing a big charity thing.
Yeah, and I saw even where, and I know he's not your favorite guy, but I even saw where Max Velocity's raised over $12,000.
Yeah, but you can't knock people in doing something good like that.
No, you can't. You can't. You're right. So they're good for him. So what's up, Linda? But anyway, I'm glad we were able to do a little quick weather after dark here tonight.
Completely discounted me coming up here.
Well, I mean, you told me earlier today you didn't feel well.
Yeah, I took a nap and back to myself.
Yeah, your stomach was hurting a little bit.
I about wrote half my will.
On the pot?
Just about.
Well,
I thought I was going to go. That's how I was going to go. Death by toilet.
Yep. Good gracious.
My bathroom sink also broke.
Oh Lord, have mercy! Did you go in the sink?
No, stop. No, the handle broke. Like how it's like a plastic piece that connects like the faucet handle. I flipped it up and it just came off. I was like, okay,
yeah, you just need to go buy a new handle or something.
No, I'm not buying that. It's not my property.
Yeah, that's right. That's your landlord's there. You know, that's good. Awesome. Paul Walker started that. Then his brother Walker, Cody's running. That's good. Thanks, Jess. We ran a cool story. Not a cool story. We ran a story tonight on News Channel 6. It was actually something that was on, I guess it was Rants and Raves over the weekend. And there was a local guy who went undercover and set up a child predator.
Yes, I heard about that.
And of course, they busted him, and they saw it. And he took off running. The guy took off running, and the law enforcement, it's under investigation. But the dude wound up selling his truck, and yeah. Anyway, people are giving him a hard time, rightfully so. But that was a good story that we ran on News Channel 6 about that. We went to the guy who actually went undercover and talked about it. You know, of course, I've seen Chris Hansen do those before in the past.
I'll say there's a lot of people like on YouTube who do that stuff. Like to make YouTube series out of that, who busting.
Yeah, I've seen that, quite a few of those. I love to watch those. I mean, it makes me sick. I'm like, I don't know how in the world people. I mean, you've got to be so. Number one, you're gross, and then number two, you're dumb. I mean, I know right from wrong, and I know that that's wrong. There's no way. There's no way. Number one, I mean, that's just not my. Yeah, that's just. I think that's yuck and gross, and something's messed up with you if you do that. But I mean, I would know right from wrong. If I did have something in my brain that told me to do that, I'd go get help.
Yeah, and I think the best part is when they do get caught, they think that they're just gonna walk away from it.
No, I
and
mean,
they think the internet's not traceable.
well, that's very traceable, and they take that stuff seriously. Law enforcement does, and you will go to jail. I mean,
Yep.
there is no there. You're not going to get away with that. You will go to jail.
And your life's done.
Yep.
You spend the rest of your life on the list.
No, I mean, I'm telling you, if you're out there and you've got you think bad thoughts, then you need to go get help. So anyway, all right. Well, that's all I got for the weather after dark. I got to get dressed now, Cameron, for the newscast here.
Can't go on TV like that.
No. I mean, I got shorts on, but for goodness sakes, I got
So?
shorts on, and I look.
Do you have some weird looking legs?
No, but it wouldn't look right in front of the green screen. I mean, why don't you go in there with your muscle shirt on here?
No, I'm not saying.
Look at them guns, man. Look at them guns. Ladies, look at these guns right here on camera.
Listen, it's been a week. I just got back to the gym. I'm very happy. I'm very, very, very happy.
Yep, he's single too, by the way. So he's single and looking, single and ready to mingle. So
I honestly, like, before you end this, I just think it's so funny, like, with this, like, obviously we don't have a large number of people watching, but, like, I think it's just interesting or cool to think that people know more about us than your typical TV station meteorologist.
Well, that's what Weather After Dark is. Weather After Dark. I can promise you, there's nobody else in the TV business doing this, or probably even those stay-at-home weather people, YouTubers, don't do this either. We're the only ones, because we're the only ones that. I don't even know what the word is. Personable, silly enough to do stuff like this. I don't know, but this is the real us, really and truly. This is just how and that's what the purpose of Weather After Dark is supposed to be, was to get to know us.
Yeah.
I know people want to know about the weather, but you can get the weather anytime, from us, but this is supposed to be for us to get to know you, and you get to know us, and those kinds of things. So, but we don't have a lot of folks. We only got 15, 20, 25, 30 watching this.
Yeah, but it's we have people that are consistent, so we got.
And it's also the time of night. It's almost 10 o'clock. People are chilling. Probably scrolling through Facebook, or probably watching TikTok videos. So
I have fun with it. So
it's fun. It's a good time. Plus, when you go through these third-party apps like what we go through here, sometimes Facebook doesn't like that. It won't push the notifications out. So, which is lame.
You're wearing mismatching socks, by the way.
I am.
Yes, you are.
Oh, I am.
Oh, dude.
Yep, I got on mismatching socks, y'all. I can't believe that. So.